Hello and welcome to your Northeast Minnesota labor market update for June of 2021. My name is Carson Gorecki and I am the Northeast Minnesota Regional Labor Market Analyst with the Department of Employment and Economic Development, also known as DEED. Over the next couple minutes, I'll provide the latest jobs and labor force updates and discuss some unemployment trends in greater detail, including the rise of long-term unemployment and what that may mean in the context of the region's economic recovery. First, let's take a look at the most recent jobs numbers. The current employment statistics data tool on our website allows you to explore the most recent employment data for the US, Minnesota, and 5 metro areas therein. The Duluth metro area added just over 1,400 non-seasonally adjusted total non-farm jobs from April into May, a growth of 1.1%. This growth was slightly lower than the entire state, which expanded 2% over the month. Over the year, Duluth employment is up 11.4%, but that is compared to May of 2020, the low point of pandemic employment. Total employment remains 5,700 jobs, or 4.2% below pre-pandemic levels. For additional context, we have regained about 13,400 or 70% of the 19,000 unadjusted jobs lost in April and May of last year. The largest employment gains occurred in the mining, logging, and construction, and leisure and hospitality sectors, which grew 9.1% and 6.3% respectively. The manufacturing sector also added jobs over the month. Despite the growth in leisure and hospitality, the sector remained about 950 jobs short of where it was in February of 2020. Now, let's have a peek at the latest labor force and unemployment figures. The unemployment rate fell considerably for the region over the month, from 5.1% to 4.2%. This is the lowest the unemployment rate has been throughout the pandemic. In fact, it is the lowest the unemployment rate has been since October of 2019. Additionally, 658 workers re-entered the labor force, a slight increase over the month. While 5,000 workers have entered the labor force since last November, there are still about 4,700 fewer people in the labor force than there were prior to the onset of the pandemic. As I just mentioned, the unemployment rate has reached pre-pandemic levels. Following increases between October and January, the unemployment rate as well as the number of unemployed has fallen over each of the past 4 months. As of May, the number of unemployed sat at just under 6,700. Across the state, unemployment has fallen since this time last year, reflecting broader economic trends. However, while the trend of decreasing total unemployment is heartening, it tells only part of the story. DEED's Unemployment Insurance Statistics program was one of the go-to sources for up-to-date data on the status of Minnesota's labor market throughout the pandemic. In addition to occupation, wage level, and many demographic attributes, our unemployment statistics also were able to provide claims by type of program. Those filing for the first time would have their claims counted as initial. In quote-unquote normal times, most claimants would be eligible to file regular continued claims up to a period of 26 weeks. After 26 weeks, some workers may be eligible to continue filing under Minnesota's Extended Continued Claims Program. In addition to these typical state programs, the CARES Act introduced some additional federally supported unemployment insurance programs. The Pandemic Unemployment Assistance, or PUA program, opened up UI eligibility to include the self-employed, independent contractors, and others that would not have normally qualified. The federal government also created the Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation, or PEUC program, which extended the term of unemployment insurance for those that exhausted state benefits. Crucially, our UI stats were able to split out regular or PUA claims from extended or PEUC claims. This allowed us to see the relative trends of shorter-term unemployment as measured by those filing regular or PUA claims versus longer-term unemployment, which is estimated by the counts of extended or PEUC claims. And looking at these different types of claims by month, we can see that while the overall number of claims has fallen considerably, the share of long-term unemployment claims has increased in virtually every month. In fact, in May, the split was effectively 50-50. This transition from regular to extended unemployment benefits is important. The long-term unemployed are less likely to easily re-enter the workforce due to stigma, which in turn can feed a cycle of anxiety and a decline of confidence. This can be particularly true for older workers and workers with higher educational attainment or more unique experience. As a result, the long-term unemployed have been a traditionally underutilized resource, one that is extremely valuable in a tight labor market such as the one we currently find ourselves in. In the recovery from the pandemic recession, efforts to reach the long-term unemployed and welcome them back into the workforce should be one of the many strategies utilized by employers and the workforce development community. To summarize, we saw solid job growth in the Duluth Metro, especially in the mining, logging, and construction, and leisure and hospitality sectors, which typically add jobs in the late spring. The labor force remained somewhat level as total unemployment continued to decline. However, the rise of long-term unemployment may shape the economic recovery from this point forward. For more information, visit our website or contact me or any of the regional analysts with your questions. We will be happy to help you access and understand the information and data you are looking for. Thank you and have a great day.